Peggy 16.
Hey, salut tout le monde, c'est Waric de Waric&Dan Gaming. On se retrouve pour la suite de Technomancer. Donc après toutes ces révélations qu'on a eues, toutes ces propositions qu'on a eues surtout, va falloir qu'on arrive à destituer Viktor de sa position. Donc on va continuer les quêtes qu'on a ici. Donc lui apparemment quelque chose à nous dire.
Greetings, Zachariah.
Rumor is Aurora's dowser was deposed. I need to know it's more than rumor, though. If it's true, we might be able to convince some members of the Assembly that Viktor needs to go.
Even though I don't like the idea of continuing the conflict between Abundance and Aurora that has caused so much suffering, if it's what needs to be done to dethrone Viktor, I have a few contacts among Aurora's Technomancers. They're not quite brothers, but they're at least like cousins, and I've heard their messengers nearly always follow one particular shadow path. Let me show you. This one here. If you go, you may be able to stop one of their couriers. If the news you're expecting is as important as you say, I'm sure it will be in the documents they are carrying.
Thanks, Melvin.
Voilà, ça c'est une donnée. Ensuite, où est-ce qu'on peut aller? Il faut qu'on entraîne les autres mutants. Puis tout le reste, faut aller voir ailleurs. Bon allez, c'est parti.
Zachariah, I've received a message from Dandolo. He has some information on the disappearance of patients.
Really? Did he learn where he was taken?
The ASC had him locked up in an old dome near Ophir. In his message, he says that it's a dome that Technomancers used to use. Does this sound familiar to you?
Hard to forget. Yes. That's where initiations would take place before a mantis destroyed everything. We'll have to go free him. The place must be teeming with soldiers fighting for Viktor. But we can't leave the old Technomancer in their hands.
Ok, on va pouvoir s'occuper de ça alors du coup, aussi. C'est là la sortie.
I'm pleased Scum was chosen. He has already proven he can lead our people. And his speech was so moving.
He's the best orator of our species, and a true saint, but I can't help but worry. How can a pacifist protect us if the corporations attack? Is he willing to go to war for our people?
Remember Cain? War cries are not the answer, but Scum's peaceful philosophy could be. And in the case of attack, we can always find another leader for our soldiers.
Bah oui. Je sais pas s'ils ont le temps de beaucoup s'entraîner les pauvres. En tout cas c'est bon pour nous, on a un niveau. Il reste plus qu'une branche. Peut-être à réussir à finir. Point suivant. Je crois qu'on a terminé, on a fait le maximum en fait. Moi qui aurais voulu t'en mettre un point là-dedans. Bah tant pis.
Back to square one.
Damn, that's weird. But I thought the dome was in ruins. So then, where'd they put that old geezer?
There should be a few standing structures next to the ones that collapsed, unless they've already started clearing the rubble.
That sounds like bad news.
It would be. There were secrets in those ruins. I would rather have stayed buried, especially from the ASC.
That's the problem with secrets. All that time spent worrying about someone finding out, it's a burden that turns into a habit, that turns into obsession. I know you're just as scared about what's in the dome,
as what patience might reveal. I just hope the old man's still holding on. He's as stubborn as an unfed ostrich. But I don't know if it'll be enough in the hands of the ASC.
Poor Patience. He thought he was finally safe in Noctis. Instead, we threw him straight back into Viktor's arms.
What do you mean? We saved him from that camp.
It's just, we must have attracted the attention of Viktor's spies when we asked Dandolo to keep an eye on him. He was supposed to be just another nobody in Noctis, but our request ended up selling him out.
These thugs, more like cavemen with bigger sticks, don't understand respect, science, age, or knowledge. Any problem they can't solve, they'll use torture. What's 2 + 2? I don't know. Let's torture the mathematician and find out. Ugly brutes. If they take power in abundance, they'll turn it into a Darwinistic jungle. A whole group of psychopaths, wanting to take control of everything through mindless violence.
Sounds like this story hits close to home.
It's true. I understand what that poor Technomancer must be going through. The pain. So, I hope we find him soon.
We'll have to be careful. The place must be teeming with troops. And as much as I believe in the honest run and gun, if they hold Patience hostage, our rescue plans might have to be a bit more sophisticated.
You're right.
This is where you were initiated.
Yeah, but the dome was in better condition, and the ASC weren't here. There was a giant mantis, though.
A giant mantis? Don't tell me that was part of the initiation.
No, the area had decoys dressed as thieves. The monsters were unplanned, though I learned a lot from the experience. If it weren't for my master, I would have died down there.
Must be strange coming back. All the memories.
Je m'en souviens pas. Pas évident ces petits combats. clé. Clé ancienne. Qu'est-ce que ça ouvre, ce truc?
Patience! Wake up! Patience, come on! Damn it, they almost killed him.
Stop! Let me go. I won't tell you it. Zach? Zach? Holy shit, is it really you?
What the hell happened to you?
I was on the way back to my place. There was someone behind me, and before I could turn, he was on me. Next thing I knew, I woke up in a cell. They tortured me for days. Wanted me to talk, wanted me to tell them everything I knew about you. Where you were, what you were doing, what we found.
You figure out what the tablet said?
Unfortunately. If I hadn't, then I wouldn't have been able to tell them anything, but I just finished when they found me.
What did it say?
It talked about a giant research base that was able to keep in contact with Earth. They had a beacon and gave the base's coordinates. I mean, the coordinates weren't up to date anymore, so I had to recalculate them, but it's in the South Pole, Zach. It's protected by a huge layer of ice.
What did you tell him?
At the beginning, I fought, Zach. I did. I fought. Didn't say a damn thing. Then Viktor came. And the shit he did to me, Zach, you have no idea. I didn't tell him everything. I didn't, but I had to tell him something. Or I told him what I found in the tablet. Everything. I'm so sorry. I...
Stop. It's fine. You did what you could. Everyone's got a breaking point. If you can walk, we need to get out of here.
I can. Let me try. Just let me rest a minute. Just a minute.
All right, let's untie you and get you out of here.
You must find the City of Ice before they do, Zachariah. If Viktor finds the beacon, he could use it to gain the people's trust. Furthermore, if he finds the secrets buried there...
He's got a head start, but we'll catch him.
Aye aye, Zach. But if it's really the City of Ice...
What?
I'll have to make some mods. It'll be tougher than you think. Also, wear an extra layer or two if you don't want to freeze your nuts off.
A big ice city. Huh. That reminds me of...
A tangent that'll lead to another tangent?
No, Yes, that was it.
As long as Viktor has the Assembly's blessing and the full support of the ASC, it'll be pointless to look for that city. With his huge resource advantage, he'd beat us there every time.
What do you think we'll find in that lost city? You know, besides the beacon. I suspect the settlers brought back plants and animals from Earth, and probably left some in that base. And if just a few survived, we could find an ecosystem unlike any on Mars, completely sheltered by the ice.
Why should we go to this city instead of just overthrowing Viktor? What are you planning?
I'm looking for a beacon. I want to get in touch with Earth, but not so I can run from the ASC, and so I can reunite with our ancestors, gain back everything we've lost. With the people of Earth, we can stop the wars over water. We can utilize the technology we lost. We can understand the choices they made.
That sounds perfect. Too perfect. I hope what we find doesn't disappoint you.
Meet Patience. We just broke him out of one of the ASC's jails. He could use a place to recover.
Then he is welcome to recover here. Our healers, Patience, will be honored to tend to your wounds.
Oh, that would be great. Thank you. All this reminds me of an old hiding spot I had in the desert. Thank you again, both of you.
This is real nice and all, but I don't know about all this.
About what?
I'm guessing you're gonna want to go to that city, right? Right. Problem is, that city's coordinates, according to what Patience said, is the South Pole. Rover's good, but it ain't that good.
Any way to make it that good?
I don't know. Gotta think about it. I mean, it'd need some sort of ice-breaking blade in the front and insulation around the whole thing.
If I know you, I'm sure you'll figure it out.
I like your faith in me, but Problem is, I don't have a damn clue how to add all that heavy shit to the rover's frame without slowing it down like fucking crazy. My dad would have known what to do. I'm not my dad, though. I knew he'd made improvements to his machines, but I don't remember seeing any diagrams. Though they could be somewhere in the shed. I don't know. Maybe Scott could help us?
We can ask, I guess, then head to the shed with him. See what we find.
Gonna be damn fucking cold out there, Zach.
Maybe we should go borrow some gear from Viktor. He's known the site's coordinates a lot longer than we have. Sure, he's built some cold weather equipment already.
I like the way you think, Zach.
Ok, on va pouvoir s'équiper alors. Jusqu'au pôle. Donc de toute façon on va pas y aller tout de suite, parce que on va essayer de faire les autres quêtes d'avant, d'après ce qu'il disait. C'est mieux l'affaiblir, on va dire, avant d'y aller. Ok, il y avait un petit truc qu'on n'avait pas fait, si on va prendre Amélie avec nous, pour voir ce que ça fait. Et on va faire un petit tour.
Good news. I have enough water for my plants again.
Yes, all thanks to Phobo's human friends. Without this well, we would have lost countless animals and crops.
And with the perpetual arrival of refugee brothers, we probably would have run out of water too.
We could have rationed in a state of emergency, but now that's one less thing to worry about.
Et oui, bon, c'est bien. On a pu les aider un petit peu plus. Ça veut dire qu'il va falloir aller avec Amelia et Scott au hangar.
Can I come in?
Ah, voilà.
Come here.
I may not be the perfect girl, Zach, but I think we make a kick-ass team. And I want to stay together. I can't believe I'm saying this, but I think I love you.
Bon, je suppose que ça veut dire qu'après, si on accepte Niesha, c'est fini. Mais bon, on va faire 36 à la fois.
We're together for the long haul, so you're stuck with me, kid. Amelia, I love you.
C'est beau de dire ça avec les casques qu'ils ont. Bon, bah voilà, ça c'est ce que je voulais tenter de voir. Alors, qu'est-ce qu'on a à faire? On va aller voir au rover juste à côté, justement. Là, début de soirée, donc ça, on va voir selon l'heure qu'il est là. On peut la noctis vite fait. Ok, donc ça c'est où il faudra aller après. Il y a encore plein de choses à offrir. Bon, on va voir pour faire le début de soirée.
It's could have transpired for Aurora to dismiss their own dowser. It's almost common knowledge that he was responsible for their victory over abundance.
Maybe we'll find out a bit more when we catch the messenger.
Une sale tête.
You a messenger?
Look, I can't tell you anything. Please, if I can't. The information I have is...
I know, but you're gonna have to comply. Train stopped. I'm gonna need your tablet and all the information that you can provide me about your dowser.
What? I would never jeopardize Aurora.
Either way, you're gonna give me what I want. You can give it to me, or I can pry it from your cold, dead hands.
You don't understand. Now, if I tell you, they will kill me. Either way, I will never be able to return to Aurora. Our dowser, Wisdom, was dismissed, executed. Take my tablet. It has anything else you want to know. Now please, please leave me alone. Please.
Oh, même pas besoin de combattre.
So, why have they decided to go at it without their war hero?
Don't know yet. Word is it was treason, but in times like this, that can mean anything. It's chaos there.
That sounds bad for Aurora. Especially given the fact the second Abundance's military gets its hands on that tablet, they're gonna rain hell down on them.
Bon, bah comme ça, au moins, c'est plus simple, c'est plus rapide. Mince, par contre, c'est la sortie, je suis un peu paumé, je crois.
Bother you? Using the real, authentic relics as bait?
We'll only be using the minor relics. Novelty items that don't do anything. Could probably find them in any old ruin.
Just because they're novelty items to a Technomancer doesn't make them any less valuable. We want the clergy to believe they're worth dying for.
Exactly why fakes would make people suspicious.
Repent! We won't have access to the Blue Paradise so long as we are not all absolved of our sins. You came here to wash your soul?
I had something else in mind.
Ah, c'est ballot. Ouais, pourquoi j'aurais pu les garder?
I'd like to buy back the relics I brought to you the other day.
What? No, I'm afraid I cannot honor your request. Those relics represent the blessings that the Shadow bestows upon our followers. To just sell them away would be like selling away my faith.
On va voir si on peut trouver une autre solution.
Alright, I'll look for some other relics.
That's the spirit!
C'est pas trop comment encore.
Welcome, welcome. What's your pleasure? What are you looking for?
I'm looking to buy some ASC uniforms.
Not an easy thing to come by, but if you're willing to pay high enough.
I'll take them all.
That's what I'm talking about. Making business.
Voilà, ça c'est fait. Ah, celui qui trouve tout.
Do you have any relics?
Things from the old settlers? Yeah, a few. 3 in very good condition. If you want them, I'd happily trade for some serum. Lately, I've been running low.
De toute façon, on a pu avoir besoin de cet argent après.
Zachariah, what can I do for you?
I need your help. I'm trying to compel some assembly members to withdraw their support for Viktor.
You have my attention.
There's a fraction of religious assembly members that would be appalled to learn Viktor keeps certain relics for personal use. And if they did, it's all but certain that they would drop their endorsements and exile him.
And how exactly do you plan to prove that?
Oh, just by making Viktor's relic collecting a little more visible to the public eye. Imagine a few ASC agents carrying relics, along with orders stipulating that they bring these objects to the Colonel. They're chugging along until they bump into a group of concerned citizens who insist they bring the relics back to the proper authorities.
Ah, so I guess you'll play a concerned citizen while my men dress up as ASC agents. They won't be flattered, but if you provide the costumes, they'll take care of the rest. I am pleased to know that my use of disguises inspired you. Perhaps we'll own a theater together someday. Anyway, you can count on me.
Et ben voilà, je sais pas trop comment ça va se dérouler pour la suite, mais ça c'est organisé. Donc maintenant, on va aller au rover pour voir où on doit aller pour la suite. Tout se passe sur Ophir. Et on va aller voir Eliza.
Sir, I was sent by an important citizen. He's in need of your help and promises great support in return. He is waiting at the curiosities for you.
I'm guessing you're not gonna give me this important citizen's name.
No, just, he says he already owes you his life. I need to go. Can't risk people seeing us together. Goodbye.
Oh, c'est intéressant ça. Alors ce que ça donne. Qu'est-ce qu'il veut le monsieur? Bon, d'abord, on retourne voir Eliza comme on avait dit. On ira voir après. Bon, après, il faudra qu'on pense aussi à s'arrêter. Ça fait déjà plus d'une heure qu'on est sur cet épisode.
Captain, good to see you. You hear the rumor about Aurora's dowser?
Dismissed? Of course. We have a general who's dying to hear if it's true. It would open a door to recover what was taken from us.
Tell your general he can stop dying then. I took a tablet from an Aurora messenger. Confirmed everything.
Where Viktor failed, you succeeded. And it is exactly what our military commanders will think. Colonel's going to have trouble keeping support in the assembly with that out there. Well done, Lieutenant.
Ah, un bon point pour nous, ça. Assemblée du peuple. Ok, on a un soutien. Alors à ce niveau-là, est-ce qu'il y a autre chose? Ok, il faut descendre au bas quartier maintenant.
Not pretend like I like drawing the role of docile slave again.
It's just an act to get us in, Phobos. One you've done before. You're just following your master in to protect him as he attacks traitors.
Yes. At least most Etherians do not even see us.
Ok, bah la traversée du couloir aussi, ça m'a apporté du coup un niveau. Hein. À chaque fois, c'est assez long, mais finalement on gagne de l'XP. Toujours ça en plus. On va réussir à finir l'arme de Technoman avant la fin. Plus qu'un seul. Ok, on continue. On va aller. On a dit au bar là.
Not even a slight bit suspicious? Maybe it's a trap.
If it was, I don't think he'd have arranged it in front of one of the most popular bars in Ophir.
Viktor's so powerful that nothing he could do would surprise me. But you're right. There are easier ways of setting us up.
Allez, on fait cette discussion et on arrête là.
Your Honor, I wish I'd known. You sent me that message?
I need to talk to you. I've kept an eye on you since you saved me. I never believed the lies the Colonel's been spreading about you. I just, unfortunately, did not know how I could be of help. Viktor is a power-hungry sociopath, driven by his personal goals, destroying abundance. I've known it for years, but could never do anything about it.
Why not?
4 years ago, my son disappeared, and soon after, I started receiving messages telling me that if I ever wanted to see him alive, I needed to make certain decisions in my court. I never knew for sure who was behind it, even if I had my suspicions. Only recently did it become clear. Every decision I was instructed to make cleared the way for Viktor's rise to power. He's holding my son, making me his puppet. It has to stop. For my son, for abundance, do you hear me? I have seen your strength with my own eyes. Save my son, and I promise you will not from this day forward fight the ASC alone. With my influence in the Assembly, I could easily have you reinstated.
I just want Viktor to fall. That's enough for me. Any idea where he might be holding your son?
I wish I did. I know the ASC has secret facilities. Some say they're in the underworks. I don't know. Hearsay, perhaps, but if true, maybe someone in the army or mutants who helped build them might know better.
I'll do my best, Your Honor. I promise.
Oh, ça c'est bien comme information. Bon, on va s'arrêter là. Hein. Comme je disais, ça fait déjà un bon bout de temps qu'on est sur cet épisode-là. Il reste encore finalement beaucoup de choses à faire. Donc on est loin d'avoir fini. Donc, en tout cas, merci de m'avoir suivi pour ce nouvel épisode. Et puis je vous dis à très bientôt sur Technomancer. Bye bye.